Welcome to Learned in Go-Go, the podcast. Hey, it is Thursday night and I am Sydnee A. I am the host of Learned in Go-Go, the podcast, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know, I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. It is Thursday night. I am super excited to be on here, and I just decided to go live. This past week, I have been trying to figure out who I wanted to have on as a guest. Last week was one of my besties, Steve, who is awesome, and I really appreciate that he hopped on here with me last week. And so this week, I was trying to figure out who to ask, and I turned around and it's Thursday. So I thought the best guests would be all of you. So first of all, I want to say hi to Dustin. Hi. I am fantastic. I hope that you are having a great Thursday as well. And I am really looking forward to this weekend. I am going to go to my first Tromathon, and that is super duper exciting. I'm going tomorrow. And I'm really looking forward to meeting some of you that I have talked to for my friend Johnny Necro's project for the Frozen Dead. So if you are going to Tromathon, definitely let me know so that we can meet up tomorrow and take photos and say hi. I'm a big hugger, so be prepared to be hugged. But I wanted to hop on here and just see how everyone is doing. I know a lot of us have been struggling lately. I don't know if it's been the excessive heat in this area. It's been like stupid hot, and I think it keeps all of us stuck inside. So when it's too hot to go out, the summer weather, I think it can kind of take a toll on us mentally. So I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know if you're dealing with that right now, you are in good company. I do discuss in my book, I've been suffering with depression for many, many years. And a lot of the things that I've done over the years, I've got this skill set that helps me to deal with it. And for whatever reason lately, I haven't been doing the things, and it's starting to take a toll. So I was wondering if anybody else out there is dealing with a rough time and what you do to deal with it when you are struggling. I think we could all help each other out. And for me personally, I like to journal. That's one thing that helps me kind of brain dump, to put it out on paper. Again, haven't done it in weeks. I honestly don't know why. And another thing is that I work out, typically 6 days a week. Again, haven't been doing it. Need to get my ass out of my head. My ass out of my head. My head out of my ass. And get back into this because I miss me and I want to get back to it. So if you're in a position, especially if you are in a position where you're feeling very, very at the end of your rope, please reach out for help. You can call 988 or make an appointment with a counselor. There's lots of resources out there, and you don't have to struggle. So please take advantage of the resources that are out there. Music definitely helps. Yes, I got a comment. I don't know if they want it on the screen or not. But yes, music is it's sacred to me, actually. You can usually tell where I am in my day and in my life by what I'm listening to. And that being said, certain songs, okay, thank you. I got permission. Dustin said I have plenty of moments where it seems out of nowhere where I feel depressed and have negative thoughts. Music definitely helps. I agree. That's when it really, nothing to hide. Thank you, Dustin. I'm really looking forward to meeting Dustin in person tomorrow. And I want to know what he thinks about my book. I'm going to have him on here as a guest to talk about it and give his review once he's done reading it. Oh, my friend and my producer. Dun, dun, dun. You can hop in, Frankie. You know you're always welcome. My train just crashed. Talking about meeting Dustin tomorrow. Music. We're talking about music. That's one thing that my life soundtrack is very all over the place. I can go from listening to death metal to musicals in the same 5 minutes, and it never stops to surprise, it never stops surprising me when I learn new types of music or discover new bands. There's so much music out there, and especially when you come across the ones that haven't hit it big, the bands that are super talented but haven't been signed yet. And it's really fun to watch them because they're playing with their heart still. They haven't been tainted by the business yet. So I really enjoy listening to local bands, and some indie music is really cool too. Sorry, I got a comment that was told not to be put on screen, so I won't put it on the screen. Always respect here. Respect. So put some of your favorite, let's see, I was just going to say, give me some of your favorite songs. So we have I Can't Wait. Grace Is Gone by Dave Matthews Band is a go-to when I feel depressed. It's a sad song, but I feel heard when I listen to it. I love that. One song that I used to listen to a lot when I was feeling down was Fade to Black by Metallica. And it's kind of a double whammy because one of my really good friends growing up and I used to listen to it when we'd go camping, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend. We'd sit out at the campfire and just listen to the cassette. I mean, that's how long ago this was, on the boombox, and just sit there singing it, jamming out to the music. And unfortunately, he passed away at that campground in a motorcycle accident. So it's kind of like a double hits me in the heart when I listen to that song because I miss him, but the lyrics just are very, very personal to me. I'm trying to think of something else that's one of those songs, and it depends. It depends on why I'm in the mood too. Can vary. So if I'm feeling just kind of lost, I think, yeah, "Lost" by Linkin Park is a good song. Love Linkin Park. And Miss Chester, RIP for him. Oh, we have some positive suggestions too. I am definitely down with that. Positive wise, I love Bob Marley, Ziggy Marley, and Stephen Marley. Okay, there's a theme there. Also, Nat King Cole, Nina Simone, and many others. Linkin Park will always have a place in my heart. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, sweetie. Linkin Park, I was lucky enough to see live, I think 3 times, definitely 2. And we had bought tickets to take the kids right before Chester passed away. So we just missed that concert because of that. But they put on a fantastic show, and their lyrics are really, really good too, and their harmonies. But it really depends on my mood. I grew up, in tween teen years, definitely a hair band chick, like hair metal chick to the bone. And recently, in the past couple of years, I went with a friend of mine to see Jack Russell's Great White. And he just announced that he's retiring from touring. So I'm glad that I got to see him when I did, because I wasn't allowed to go to secular concerts growing up, as my book talks about. Preacher's daughter. So I was only allowed to go to Christian concerts when I was to 18. So my first secular concert was Metallica, Danzig, Suicidal Tendencies. So I came out the gate, wanted to go to like a hardcore concert. Like just seeing people lighting the grass on fire and moshing it out was so crazy and so fun. And I've enjoyed several concerts. Dustin says, I saw them live and they were amazing. Top 2 songs of all time, Three Little Birds by Bob Marley and You Can Close Your Eyes by James Taylor. Both songs remind me of my junior and senior year of high school. I went to public school the first 10 years. And then junior and senior year, I went to a private school, and we had a jukebox in the student center because it was a college prep school. So it was set up very similar to college. It was a boarding school, so they had dorms. I did not board, but there were boarding students. And my one friend and I used to play Three Little Birds all the time in the jukebox. We would play that. We would play Truckin' by the Dead. And Uncle John's Band by the Dead we would play as well. And I'm trying to think Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf is a tremendously fun song that will always get me in a good mood. But the James Taylor, I think, is funny because my biology teacher in junior year, 11th grade, loved James Taylor, and he would bring out the guitar and just sing acoustically to us in the middle of, it wasn't biology, it was chemistry. That's why I liked it even more, because I'm not very chemistry minded. So I enjoyed getting a concert instead of having to figure out the things in the lab. But yeah, Mr. Brown, I remember. I wonder what he's up to now. But he would play You've Got a Friend, I remember, all the time in class. So that was really fun. And there's just certain songs that do that. You're right, Dustin. Like certain songs that are either comforting or get you hyped up. You know, I'm trying to think, if my kids were here, they'd be like, you sing this all the time. But because I'm on the spot, my brain's not working. Let me look at my playlist here, and we'll just see some. Okay, Master of Puppets, first thing to come up. We were just talking about Metallica. But also, if you go to learnedingogo.com and order a personalized copy of my book, you will get a free companion playlist. And that is all the songs that I mention in the book, songs that I used to dance to when I worked as a dancer, and songs that I use for my workouts now that I still dance, just on my own though, not as a job. So let's see here. We've got, I'm in like the songs. Okay, so we're all over the place. We have Second Wheels, My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. That was one of my favorite songs for work. Then we've got Hotel California, but the Gypsy Kings version. So if you've never heard that, that's a really, really cool song. I'm just going to give it a flip and stop and see. We've got Lollipop Porn by Crazy Town, followed by Army of Me by Bjork. Like I'm all over the place. You never know what is going to strike your mood that day. And I was also growing up in the musicals in school. I absolutely loved show choir. I loved being in the school plays, being in the musicals. I'm not a singer. I love to sing. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. But I used to really, really enjoy being on stage and performing. And sometimes I wonder if that took me on the path to working in the clubs, because I just loved being on stage and performing. I just heard a boop that Frankie is going to knock, knock. Frankie, do you need me to let you in? Everybody say hi to my friend and producer, Frankie James. Hello.
Sid, how are you? Welcome.
Welcome to my show.
Why am I telling you welcome?
Yeah, 13 minutes in. Welcome to my show. See, this is what happens when I let Frankie in. Frankie's like the Kool-Aid man. He's just like, ah.
I'll take that, actually. That's how my head's been feeling, like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, how you doing? Frankie got a concussion, so that's why he was not on last week.
Frankie is battling a concussion. 3 weeks in from the hit. Hoping to play this weekend. Fingers crossed. But
we're talking about hockey for those.
Ice hockey. Yes, sorry about that. Yeah, we're house is up for sale. We had a tree fall down recently.
I saw that.
I showed you pictures of that. That was pretty crazy, but it's going good. Everything else is going pretty good. Doing the best that we can. You know what I mean. How are you, Sid? Sorry,
I am
on your show.
It's all good. I like how you commented, I'm coming in. But no, I am just groovy. I am loving life. I am meeting so
Gonna
many
put
super cool people, and it is all fantastic. Yep.
Dave Matthews Band shirt. Dave Matthews Band shirt, Dustin. Let's go. Camden weekend.
What? Oh, is that what it's from when he was in Camden?
This is the shirt that I got when I did Reverb for the Dave Matthews show. I just saw a comment from Dustin. Grace is gone by Dave Matthews Band. Just I had to give props to that song. It's an incredible song. So I don't want to just jump in your show. I want you to stick with your topics, of course, and I can help you out doing the producing. But are you talking about songs like, when the certain feelings are said or anything?
Absolutely. Yeah. We were talking about songs that we listen to when we're depressed because I was talking about how a lot of people right now are dealing with depression. I don't know what is swinging the pendulum, whether it's the craziness that's going on in the country right now, whether it's the stupid amount of heat that we've been dealing with, but it just seems like a lot of people I know, myself included, have been struggling. So we started with that and then got into how listening to music can help. And we've been talking about different moods, different songs for different moods.
The power of music. And it's ironic because I was just telling you today, I was just saying how like I was struggling and stuff like that. Like everything was just happening all at once with like, and that's usually how it is. Like it comes in threes more or less. Like, the tree fell. I got hurt. Obviously, I told you I had a relative of mine pass away all within like, I would think like in like a week. And the power of music, I'll tell you, is it's such a great topic because it really does help out a lot of people. And I'm seeing here, Dustin, I'll put it back up here again. Dave Matthews Band still got it. Some of Dave Matthews' songs, and I'd love to hear what he has to think about this. I mean, I won't share the long story. Absolutely.
He was talking about this. I don't know if you saw this comment. You go on with Dave Matthews Band, but I'm going to put Dustin's comment up.
So, songs like you never know. You never know, I think, is probably one of the best like lyrically like songs that he's ever written. Pig is another one, and that's about like don't burn the day away. Like, you could have a rough day but like don't let it ruin you and just try and keep going forward. Two songs that have hit me tremendously. And then we have one song that's so important to me, which is Epiphany from Stained. Now that's Stained. It's an incredible. It's actually the intro for the mental health podcast that I have, and that song has gotten me through. Like I love karaoke, but sometimes I'll break that out and like listen to that song, and oh man, it's just it does me wonders. And then we have things like we see Sid songs all the time. Those songs that like you could dance to. Everybody knows like when I'm in my cleaning mode, I got my 90s freestyle on. We're going Stevie B, we're going that kind of stuff. So
it's really funny because, I was going to say when I was flipping through, because I just was like to see what came up. And one was, do you remember the song Puerto Rico? Oh, remember that one? That one came up. And that's
no, but I'll still dance to it.
There you go. But to read Dustin's comment, he said, have a long story I won't share here, but Cool as the Breeze by Stephen Marley. I'm not familiar with Stephen Marley. I know Bob Marley. I know Ziggy Marley, but I don't know. Is Stephen a relative? I'm going to guess, but says his latest album, which included that song, was the last album my mom and I listened to together before she died. It was 2 days before she passed. The song is about reuniting with loved ones who passed one day. That's so beautiful that you have that to listen to remind you of listening to it with your mom. And there's so many memories that are so deep because they're rooted with these soundtracks. And when we hear these songs, it immediately brings you back to that moment in your life.
Either when you first heard that song and what you were going through, because I have my buddy Bill who really big Shinedown fan. And it's crazy because Pierre and Preston and Brent, they've read his story on air quite a few times about when he was using. He left the Shinedown concert to essentially get high and jump off of a bridge. Decided to go back, and then they were talking about a certain song with Shinedown, and they performed it and essentially saved his life. That email traveled so far. My buddy Bill actually met Shinedown, and the email was right in front of him. And I remember asking Brent Bush about this actually a day or two before I met you. He said there wasn't a dry eye in the room. So the power of music. I mean, listen, like even like there's the hero aspect, but people with the image and these musicians and artists, they really do play such an impact in people's lives. It's true. It's really true.
And I remember when you told me that story because I thought that you meant you were
Mhm.
talking to Brent Smith about it and not Brent Porsche. And Brent Porsche is a freaking awesome dude too. But I was like, you were talking with Shinedown and you didn't. You're like,
Yeah.
no. You're
Not
like, what are
me.
you
Nah,
talking
nah.
about?
I was because I forgot that his name was Brent too.
Right.
But yeah, now Brent just did an article today, actually featuring Dave Matthews Band and like some of the top shows around. I was talking to Nick McElwain a little bit ago. I shared his little story out on my Instagram, and his birthday show is actually going to be one of the Dave Matthews shows this weekend. I'm not going to be there at all this weekend. I am so disappointed. I have to shoot the Union on Saturday. I don't know. I'm just going to put it up in the air because I really want to be there. I mean, and Dustin probably can agree too. Like if you go back and look at like some of the set list that's been playing, songs I've been chasing for 20 years that he's been playing a lot of.
Well, just to catch everybody up, because not everyone is from the Philly area, when we're talking about Brent Porsche and Nick McElwain, they're from the local rock station in Philly, WMMR. Preston and Steve show is on in the morning. I keep calling him Brent Smith because of you. Brent Porsche is another amazing DJ, and it's the oldest continuously playing rock station in the country. And I love them. I love all of the personalities on there. So like we talk with a lot of them on Instagram and stuff like that. And it's a very, very cool crew of
That's
people.
how we met. That's how
It
we
is
met,
how we
man.
met.
That's how we met. And we got the dates, December. It's a little later than what we expected, but the camp out dates were announced, which is cool.
I heard, yes. It's going to be a chilly camp out this year, probably.
Last
But
year
yeah,
was so cold too. I mean, I was running around like a madman, so it was, it was.
it was hot in the tent though, where they were broadcasting from. It was very warm in that tent. But it's funny when you guys are talking about Dave Matthews Band because I'm not going to act like I'm a big Dave Matthews head, but I do like several songs. But when I think about Dave Matthews Band, I think about the first song that I heard, which is, of course, What Would You Say?
What would you say?
I immediately am transported back to, you wouldn't guess if I give you 100 guesses where I was the first time I heard that song. Just give me one guess. And it wasn't in the club.
I'm gonna guess MMR.
Nope. I was in an EMT hall in South Jersey watching MTV with one of the EMTs.
How was I gonna guess that?
I said if I gave you 100 guesses, you would never guess. So I'm immediately transported back to this EMT hall, and hey, you got to put that comment up, Mr. Producer Man.
Absolutely. I just saw it. I just shared out the live. I just shared out the live on my social media, so people are starting to jump in now. Mark, what's going on, brother? Thanks for checking in, my friend. Late night cast. I love a late night show. I love it.
Me too. And what happened before you hopped on, and just to catch everybody up to speed, is season 2 of Learn and Go, the podcast, started last week when I had one of my besties on, Steve, and we were talking about how we met because we met in one of the clubs where I worked. And I was trying to think this week of guests that I wanted to reach out to get on here. And I turned around and it's Thursday. So I said, hey, why don't we just let everyone at home be the guests? And I decided to go live instead of doing a recording and listening to myself talk. So Reese,
I know, it's a little interaction, a little comment here. Reese Bowen, thanks for checking in. Hey, hope you both are having a great night. You both are absolutely amazing, awesome, and incredible. Well, thank you, Reese. Appreciate you checking in. Make sure you follow the social medias.
One of the coolest human beings that you will ever meet. So
I love that. We'll have to meet sometime. Mark checks in again. Thanks again, Bar. Love you guys. Keep rocking.
Yay!
Our good friend Dustin checks in. I apologize. I need to drop off Sydney C tomorrow. Frank, great to meet you. Dustin, thanks for checking in, man.
Wait to see you tomorrow at Tromathon.
I saw the post. Everybody's going to the Tromathon. I'm hoping everybody has a great time. Dustin, it's great to meet you. We will absolutely have to connect on our love for Dave Matthews. Absolutely.
There you go. Yes, you guys can have a Dave Matthews Fest. So everybody that's just recently hopped on, give us your music. Let us know what you listen to when you're feeling down, what you listen to when you're in a great mood, when you're like Frankie and you're cleaning. What is your cleaning soundtrack? I used to pop on, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, I had a CD single of Ricky Martin's Shake Your Bonbon. And there is nothing like vacuuming to shake your bonbon. It's built for that.
Well, did that guy William Hung sing that song? Oh no, that's She Bangs, She Bangs. Remember that?
And fun fact about that, the one DJ that I worked with would play that at the end of the night to get everybody to leave. He would bust out the William Hung.
When I was bartending, I used to say, if you're not showing your dick, get out. Things cleaned out real quick.
I wouldn't say that in the clubs where I worked though, because I would have it. It would be a giant. They'd have to play Freebird.
That was good. You're on a roll today, Sid. You're on a roll today. I've been cracking up. Make sure you follow Sid's social media. Tons of them. Sid Author, Learn to Go to podcast. I'm sure you guys see all of her posts. She has been on an absolute content roll today. I've been absolutely like I had to message you personally and be like, dude, you're killing it today. Because I see all your posts. I'm like, all right. I almost want to leave a grade and be like, I was a 4.3, but I was like, dude, she's on roll today. She's
You're gonna start posting pictures of yourself holding up signs with scores under my posts.
That. You know what? That's actually a great idea. So while we're waiting for people to check in and tell us some stuff, maybe we can run down the list of like different moods and the first song that kind of comes or first band that comes to your mind. We can do a little rapid fire with each other. All right, I'll go first. Yeah. I'll go first. So keep it simple. When you're in a happy mood, / car ride, like I always, you know what? Remove the happy. When you're in the car, what would be that first song that you would be throwing on? I have mine.
Okay, well, it depends on the time. Right now, I just heard a song from a band called Nothing More, and it's called If It Doesn't Hurt. They're going to be at the MMRBQ. We were talking about that radio station. And I heard that, and I don't know if you're the same way, but when I hear a new song and I love it, I will play that fucker into the ground until I will put it on repeat and just keep listening to it. So that's my song right now for in the car or, like when I'm doing the dishes or whatever. So good choices, Reese. For music, I always put on Ozzy, Ghost, and Kiss. Nice.
Thanks for checking in, Reese. Appreciate it. We got another comment here before I give mine. We have the Luna Projects. Good evening, you two. Love the picture of the cat.
Hey, sweetie. Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah, she is awesome.
Cute little cat. What's the question? So we'll say it one more time. So we're essentially naming off of like different emotions and feelings and like a song that comes to mind. So we want to hear like when you're going through like a road trip. What's a song that you definitely got to hear? Like I have certain songs I like to play when I go to the beach. So that's kind of like where we're aiming at, like different songs that fit with different moods. So one song during the car ride I love. Okay, I'm sorry, Sid.
Well, I was going to say, do you mean a car ride or a road trip? Because they're two very different things. So do your car ride first.
All right. So my car. So I'll just put it all like when I'm in a car ride. There's Moni Moni for Billy Idol is definitely one. I don't know why. And Dog Days Are Over from Florence and the Machine. That used to be my alarm clock, actually.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. That's kind of mine. Luna Projects checks in with hers. I love Life is a Highway. You can't beat it.
Well, that song makes me smile because when I'm not going to say which one, but when one of my kids was little and they didn't understand the lyrics, they used to sing Life is a Highway. I want to drive it on your lawn. So when I hear that song, I hear that little kid voice singing that they're going to drive it on your lawn.
I should text you and guess what kid I think that was. I think I could probably get it.
Cute. Probably.
It was Buffy. It was clearly Buffy.
Yeah,
Buffy.
It was my puppy. Yeah. Now she's more of a hard rocker, I think.
I think so. I don't know.
She sings. You've heard her sing.
Oh,
she
I
sings
know.
on command.
She's very needy. I love her.
Yes.
Dog Days I Met. Dog Days I Met. Excellent. Love Dog Days. Yeah, great song. Yes. Great tune. Love Florence and the Machine. A couple different versions of that song I've been able to find too. So hit me with one. Hit me with an emotion. I'll try and give you one off the top.
Well, I was going to say my road trip is different from my car ride. Because car rides like every day going to the market, like that's. But one thing we always sing on a road trip is you got to sing Country Roads by John Denver, especially if you're going into West Virginia. That's just one of those songs that you're like.
But
then if I'm on the highway, I put on Ministry, Jesus Built My Hot Rod, because that's like, phew. So I'm telling you,
What?
musically, I am 18 people in one.
So am I. The one song which is from the Vacation with Chevy Chase, Hollywood Go.
Yep.
That's a good one. I forget what that
That's an
song's
awesome
called.
one. Isn't it Holiday Road? Isn't that what they're saying?
Holiday Road. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I was more prepared. I could have put some clips for us. Maybe I could do.
That's what I'm just, as usual, I am building the plane while I'm flying it. I just make this shit up as I go and just
I just
figure
got
it's
out
all
of the
going to work
meeting
out.
and saw that you were live, and I was like, "Oh, she's live." I was like, "Wait a minute, we share the same StreamYard. I'm going in. I'm going to go in."
Is this as big of a surprise to you as it was to me that I was going live today?
I was watching, and I was like, "All right, she's putting she's producing, she's engaging." I was like, "Let me get in there." You lose your train of thought sometimes. Not you personally, but it's a lot.
No, but it's all right. I rope it back in. I just bring it back in. That's what we got to do. Yep. Okay. So what is the first song that you think of when you think of, well, did you have a road trip song Holiday Road. That's right. Okay. So bringing it back in. Okay. First song that you think of with school dance.
Oh man. So I used to go to like the little Parkwood dances, like they were held like once every Friday, like the month dances, and so at my time, it probably has to be Usher. Yeah,
I forget how much younger you are than me until you
not
say
that
shit
much,
like that.
not that much.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm glad you caught
Luna
us live
Project
too.
checks in. I'm glad I caught you live. Was watching Northern Exposure. Well, thanks for switching over. I appreciate that.
Nice.
We appreciate that.
So for me, I immediately think of the first slow song I ever danced to with a boy.
Show your age.
And it was, I was like, you ready for this?
It
was Seasons Change by Expose.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
You don't know Expose? Classic 80s. Oh, Lady in Red's a great song.
Luna Projects checks in. Lady in Red was our prompt song. Lady in Red always reminds me of American Psycho when he's sitting there with the headset on and it's just playing. Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Really?
I know. It's
you gotta. It's must. It's must. Lady in. Oh, dude, Christian Bale is an absolute animal in that movie.
That's so funny.
Dude, yeah, he's so good. Oh, anybody that's ever seen American Psycho, you already know. It was like one of his first big movies. It's an oldie.
Okay. Yeah, and it's another one
Phil
that just
Collins,
went past me. And
dude, it's so good. There's a lot of songs in that I love too. Like when I'm like, besides like freestyle dancing, like if I like, excuse me, and being lazy with my cleaning, and I'm running and switching songs on. Studio from Phil Collins is one of my songs too.
That's so funny. Like of all of the Genesis and
oh my god, and it's from that movie. It's from that movie. I won't give anything away. Luna Projects checks in one more time. Don't give anything away. I won't, but I want Luna Projects. Your homework is to watch American Psycho. Okay.
Oh, that's her. She saw it. She doesn't want you giving it away to me because I haven't seen it.
Oh, she said you got it. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. It's well then they know the studio part. It's so good. It's so big. It's out. You'll watch that movie and be like, the wonder why Frankie loves this movie.
Gotcha.
In the Air Tonight is one of my favorites. Classic.
That song's fun. I love that song. And one time I was at acupuncture and it came on and my doctor was laughing at me because I'm laying on the table with the thing over my eyes and I'm supposed to be meditating and I did the air drums. And he just started cracking up.
I might be getting that done. On the Chirp and Pucks podcast, my hockey podcast. We had on a doctor who is a hockey player. She's a good friend of ours, me and Bex, and she runs like an acupuncture place. And since we had them on, they offered for me to go down there and get it done. So
that's pretty cool. New comment. I'll let you produce.
Lisa Carbonara. Hi, gorgeous. I love how you're reading the comments and reacting to the comments before I read it out. Remember
that's why I was like, put it up. That's why I'm like, Boom,
It's all
boom,
about
boom.
timing. When we upload the show, we have to let people know what's being said because they can't see it.
That's why I said put it up there before I say anything.
We'll
See?
clip that out. She's bossy again. I should just go down to my little
It's
screen
my
like this again.
show. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Just
I
and
think
we're
this is
back.
fantastic. Yes. So I'm popping. Oh, you popped Luna up. Yeah, I love acupuncture. And I talk about that too. I had a blog about it. I had a constant abdominal pain for 6 years, and it would flare up, and I would be on the floor, doubled over in pain. And I saw, I think, 2 PCPs, like 3 gynecologists, a neurologist, a GI doctor, a sports medicine doctor. Got, like CAT scans, got ultrasounds, got x-rays, got poked and prodded in blood work, finally had exploratory surgery. They all would say nothing's wrong. And I said, well, then I need a lobotomy because I'm in pain. Like, I'm glad nothing's wrong, but I really want the pain to go away. So my friend suggested acupuncture, and I went the first time. In 10 minutes, he goes, you have tendonitis in your hip flexor. And after the first session, it was better. After 4 sessions, it was gone. And I swear by it. It's been almost a decade. I go once a month for maintenance, and it has changed my life. So it's not POCS. It's just tendonitis. It's tight. He called it dancer hip. So
dancer hip.
That's what it's actually referred to. Yeah.
Dancer hip.
And it makes sense because it's on my right side, which is where I put weight bearing in the heels, and it's all off kilter. So listen to your body and advocate for your health, because you can drive yourself insane getting dismissed, or told there's nothing wrong. Well, then at that point I would have gone to the vet if they could help. Like, I didn't care. I just needed help because it hurt so bad. So don't ever be embarrassed or ashamed or too afraid to speak up for yourself if you need medical help, because it might take years and bouncing from professional to professional. And don't be afraid to go into other types of medicine too. There's so many holistic things that really do make a difference. So take care of yourself.
Really going to be open-minded about trying it. And since we're talking about the old hip dancer, make sure you follow Sydnee A and stay up to date with her and all of her social media platforms. Follow the podcast at Learned and Go on IG and Facebook. All these great stories that we're talking about all do relate back to the book. To buy the book, everything I need to know, I learned in Go. Visit www.learnedingogo.com. Get yourself a copy of the book. I am halfway through.
I'm so proud of you.
I will just wait until I'm finished, and then what I would love to do an episode where I almost kind of interview you again, and we talk about the things, because I know that was a big part of it, and I knew that we were going to be getting back to doing this again, and you've been doing great with following your stuff. But I'll be able to finally now engage fully in with about the book and some of the stories we talk about. So I'm halfway through. Clint almost read the book, and that's a big deal. If you get Clint to read the book, that's a big deal.
Oh, well, Clint
or Johnny. Don't get Johnny started.
Oh, don't go back to that again. Oh my goodness.
Let's get some comments back on the screen here. We got a lot of fan engagement, and thank everybody for checking in on such a late show. Obviously I kind of just interfered here, but it's always good to be back doing a show with Sydnee. So yes, buy the book. Fields,
thanks for
checking in. Lisa checks in. Her book is awesome. Luna Projects, mindfulness, grounding, earthing, both the book and thinking of reading it. Absolutely do. It took me a while. I'm also have high ADHD, so it's hard for me to focus on certain things without moving on to the next. Sid, we can all relate to that. But it wrote me in, and it's cool because I've got the nose Sid. So here's my little perspective of it so far, without talking about the book. Buy the book. That's all I'm going to say. Getting to know Sid outside of the book and just as becoming really good friends and working together and the podcast and stuff like that. Now that I'm reading it, it's really interesting and really cool. It's really cool.
It's like, wait a minute, I didn't.
It's really cool though. It's really cool because it's almost like like that long distance relationship where you build up this connection before you meet. It's like we built up such a good friendship, and So I'll go back to the first time when we were trying to get together, and I was not ghosting you, but like I had a lot going on. I was going through a lot, and you were like, "Hey, is everything okay?" And you thought that I read something in your book.
I was like, oh, wow, did you get offended by my book and you don't want to do a podcast now?
No. We weren't even talking about the podcast. I went to I was going to have you on my show. Yeah.
Yep.
What you got? I think we were my last episodes on that show. I haven't done that show forever. I missed that
I was
show.
going to say, I haven't seen that show in a while. So
I missed that show.
That's because Frankie's got 18,000 podcasts going on.
And no, I don't. I have one. And then
really? What's in this StreamYard then?
Oh, God, who knows, dude? Well, all the destinations, that's just from over the years.
That's so funny. But yeah, it's cool how you can get to know people through different mediums. Like a lot of the people that are in the comments right now who I love dearly, I met through social media, and it's really cool that way. And one of the things that brings people together is music. And so we need to come up with, if you guys have ideas, like what we're doing right now is we're just figuring out like, okay, what's your favorite road trip song? What's your favorite this song? What's your favorite? So give us some ideas in the comments. And then when we come up with one, I want to hear your answers because I'm always looking for new stuff to listen to.
Maybe we could build a little playlist. After we upload the show, we can have people like, we'll say like, what's a song that's definitely on your playlist, and maybe we could build a little Learned and Go playlist from the fans.
I would love that.
And we'll throw some of ours in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And we'll build it. And if they don't mind us putting like their name or their social media name next to it, we'll put where that's from, and we can put a little Spotify Learn and Go the podcast right from the fans. So make sure you get us those. Stay tuned for that, because when we post the show out, we'll also do it through social media, and we'll just get a whole mixture of different tunes. That would be fun.
And then Frankie can learn who Expose is, because he doesn't know who I'm talking about with my school dance answer. There was that.
The puffy dress.
Of course I did. I grew up in the 80s. And another good one was Push It by Salt and Pepper when that was new. And Doing the Butt. We used to do that at the school dances.
That's a good one. I remember that one. That's a dancey song.
Yep.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper. What's like... So I love like movie. Like I always relate songs back to movies. That's like my thing. You know, I'm a big movie quote guy. Like songs from like movies. So like I can run through some of these. Like that will just bring me back to certain movies. Like I said, Studio remind me of American Psycho. Is there any songs that like jump out at you at movies? Like if you hear like a song on the radio and it's like, oh my God, that's from that awesome movie.
I would never hear it on the radio, but Cry Little Sister from the Lost Boys is the best movie song ever.
So Lisa checks in. Push It Real Good. So when I hear Push It Real Good, it always brings me back to Grandma's Boy. When the girl is never seen Grandma's Boy.
No, I've never even heard of Grandma's Boy. That sounds like a niche porn movie.
It's an Adam Sandler movie. It's an Adam Sandler gem. It's a stoner movie. Not saying I'm a stoner, but like it's a spoken movie. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, the one girl that's like their boss, she's like, oh my God, I love this song, and she's fucking singing it, and it's just great. It's a good one.
That's funny. So, no, I haven't.
So Push It Real Good. That's two movies. That's two movies that you gotta watch.
Yep.
Watch.
But in the Salt and Pepper vein, Shoop now reminds me of Deadpool.
Yes, I could agree. I could go with you on that one. Such a great movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it would ever get old.
Nah, never. That's a
got
great
a comment
movie.
here. Hey y'all from Michelle Turnbull. That name looks
What's
familiar.
up?
I feel like I'm friends with Michelle as well.
You are, and also her husband.
Good.
Matthew.
Yes.
The Mandalorian on the DeLorean from Back to the Future night. Super nice family. All of them are fantastic, wonderful people. So I'm so glad you hopped on here, Michelle.
Thanks for checking in. And you know what? Since we were just talking about Back to the Future, we might as well do a little belated birthday. Claudia Wells, our good friend. Happy belated birthday to you.
She is a sweetheart.
I watched. Oh yeah, I'm about to get ripped for this one. I never saw Back to the Future before. Hopefully she's not watching. And I finally watched it 2 nights ago.
What did you think?
I know I'm such an 80s movie guy. It was really cool seeing her. It was really cool seeing her, especially how close we got with her and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. It was tough. It was
Power of Love.
for me.
That's the big song from
That
Back to the
yes,
Future, right?
that's the big song. It's just like every time I think of Highway to the Danger Zone, I think of Top Gun.
Yes, absolutely.
And
That
my
and
good
Take My
and
Breath
my
Away.
Take
That's
My Breath Away. Really,
that was a note. I love it.
yeah. I really
It's okay.
extended my voice on that
That's
one.
why I didn't do it because yeah. But no, those are both great songs from that movie. And what was I'm Free? Was that from Top Gun too, or was that also from
Mm-mm.
what's
Highway to the
another Kenny
Danger
Loggins
Zone.
song? Well, yeah,
Yeah, Highway to
absolutely, Danger
well,
Zone,
Footloose.
and
Well, Footloose was another Kenny Loggins song as well.
of course, yeah.
He had
But he had the
two
song.
bangers. That's all he needed. Highway to the Danger Zone and Footloose. What more do you need? Just like
I'm
Mariah
gonna look
Carey.
up what
After Mariah
I'm Free
Carey
was
did
from.
the okay, sounds good. After Mariah Carey did the Christmas song, really she didn't need anything else. And she already had
She
such a great
doesn't.
career.
She's set for life. Maybe I'm Free is from Footloose. I think you're right. Let
Yeah,
me
actually
see.
wasn't that in Deadpool also Footloose? I probably so. There was so a little fun fact about Ryan Reynolds. He's a huge Dave Matthews fan. He actually has the fire dancer tattooed on his ankle.
Really?
Yeah, he's a huge Dave fan. What is
Yep,
that?
confirmed that I'm Free is from Footloose. I
What?
picture the video of him on the chain link fence, like I'm free. Like that's a Kenny Loggins song.
What was the chime?
Wait. He had I hit my pole with my brain. I got excited.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. But Kenny Loggins, apparently, I didn't realize how many soundtracks he's on because he's in Caddyshack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing the ground.
The groundhog doing his thing.
Ain't nobody worry about me. Like he has
What
a
a great
very
one.
extensive soundtrack career.
He's a lot of upbeat too. Like Footloose is an incredible song. Highway to the Danger Zone is one I always play on my way to my hockey games. I don't know why. That and the Jonas Brothers. What's that one song? We go together. Boom, boom, boom. The feathers of a feather, you and me. We're changing weather.
I
What's
know
that
what
song?
you're talking about, but I can't think of what it's called. That's not
Sucker for You. Sucker for You.
Yeah, because I'm a sucker for you.
Great song. We go together.
I don't listen to that. No, I'm just kidding. I listen to
that before a hockey game. Maybe a little My Heart Will Go On from Celine Dion.
No, did you get to that chapter of the book yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I had to dance to that once. I got yelled at for doing ballet moves. But come on.
You know, I was born in the 80s too. I was 89.
I was born in the 70s. That's why you were like usher at the school dance. Goodness.
I would have you 70s, huh? It was a rocking time, I heard.
Absolutely.
Dazed and Confused, a great movie that has a great soundtrack. Let's do that. Let's just do what movies, because we're at 48 minutes in. What movies have the best soundtracks?
Singles. That whole soundtrack is awesome.
Yeah, they had what was Eddie Vedder's band name in that movie? I'm gonna look it up. What was their band name? I'm gonna look it up right now.
I forget. Empire Records is another great soundtrack too.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think what else, because I loved the Blaze of Glory, the Young Guns 2 soundtrack, because I love John Bon Jovi. And because he did the entire soundtrack, I liked the whole thing. And those songs were all over the place. They weren't all like Blaze of Glory. There were like he was with Elton John, he was with Little Richard. There were all different people on the soundtrack. And it was really interesting. I like that one. Trying to think, I'm trying to picture my shelf with all of my cassette tapes and remember, because for me, the Little Mermaid soundtrack, I freaking love, because I love Disney movies.
That's a good one.
And the Lion King soundtrack is also very good. We got
yeah, you want to pop those comments.
Empire Records. Awesome.
Well, yeah, if anybody knows what was the band name in Singles, I can't. I'm looking for it right now. But yes, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, all of them, they were all a big part of that.
Yep, and I agree. The original
The Crow
version of The Crow.
I heard that they're coming out and remaking that. Actually,
it already came out.
Did you say that?
And I heard it's very poopy. I'm not going to see it. I don't support remaking The Crow.
I can respect that actually 100%.
So Luna Project says Pearl Jam, but didn't they go under a different name
No,
in the movie?
yes, they did.
Okay, because I was going to say it was Pearl Jam, but I don't think that's what they were called.
Oh my God, Nick is probably like,
Nick's going to kick your
dude.
butt. He's going to be like,
Oh,
how dare you?
Citizen Dick.
Citizen Dick, that's it.
Eddie Vedder, Stone Gossard, and Jeff Ament played the band members of Citizen Dick in 1992 film Singles.
That's so funny. I haven't seen that in so many years.
That's literally all. Like most of like Pearl Jam, like Eddie Vedder, Stone Gossard, Jeff Ament. That's pretty much that's like there's only like one or two more people. Yeah, I love them. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. Yeah, great soundtrack. Footloose, another great soundtrack. Dazed and Confused is probably number one up there for me.
That's so funny. Like that's an odd one for you.
What, Dazed and Confused?
Like I wouldn't think that would be your soundtrack of choice. I don't know what I think would
I
be.
love that music. I love that music. So I was like raised on like, so my stepdad, he was like a big like the classic rock, and it was all fucking classic rock. Foghat, they were all in there.
Right.
And like I picked like different scenes in the movie too that like were playing when they did what was that song?
From that stunning rendition, I can't believe I don't know what song.
Yeah. I can't remember. We're getting carried away. Let me put some comments. Purple Rain.
I was gonna say Purple Rain is 100%. Killer. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Led Zeppelin. Love Led Zeppelin. I'm actually a huge fan of Misty Mountain Hop. Misty Mountain Hop from Led Zeppelin. Great song. You don't know it?
I don't know that one. No, maybe if I heard it.
Oh my God. Walking in the park just the other day, baby. Who do you think I saw? Now I did good on that one. Anybody that I want to know? Comments. I need confirmation here. That wasn't bad. That was actually pretty good.
There you go.
Going to California. Another great song. I love it.
Yep. They're not from soundtracks though.
No, but we Led Zeppelin popped up.
But like, so is Stairway on the Wayne's World soundtrack because they reference it in the movie?
They do reference it in the movie.
No, Stairway, bogus.
Yes. Denied.
Denied. For Prince. Denied. Yes.
It's denied.
Yes. 100,000 times. Yes. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Great one.
Of my
classic.
Absolute favorite movies of all time.
I was Dr. Frankenfurter one time for Halloween. Have I ever seen you that picture?
You have not, but we must see this. Yes.
Full giddy up. The little like the full. I'll send it to you. If I can find it right now. I'll try and put it on the screen.
And if you're in the Wilmington, Delaware area, I just found out recently that at Theater N, they do Rocky Horror Picture Show screenings the last Friday of every month, and they have the live shadow cast. They are phenomenal. I went this past month for a double feature of that with Slaughter Beach. It was so much fun, and the cast is hilarious, and they have a dog in the cast. So you know that as soon as I saw the puppy, I'm like, I don't care that you're not a character. You're on the stage and I love you, because I just love animals. So, yep. And Lisa says, I love Meatloaf. Love him. So sad he's passed on, but he was an awesome human being. On top of I love his music, and he and Jim Steinman Jim wrote the songs, Meatloaf sang them. It's such a unique sound. And that's why Total Eclipse of the Heart, he wrote that too. You can tell the sound, is Jim Steinman. It's obvious that he wrote that song. And the same with Bonnie Tyler. Well, Total Eclipse of the Heart, he wrote I Need a Hero, Holding Out for a Hero. But he also wrote It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion. So it's cool how certain songwriters and all of those videos in the same castle. If you watch the music videos, maybe Jim Steinman had an Airbnb and he just let them video. No idea.
Do you remember pop-up video? Pop-up video.
I loved pop-up video because I am
So
a
did I.
music nut and a trivia nut, and it just took those two things and smashed them.
Let's
Loved it.
go. I know, I was a huge
Yes,
fan of it myself.
that was awesome. I'm not being a smartass just because I know you're younger than me. Was MTV still playing videos regularly when you grew
So
up?
yes, it was. There was TRL, but MTV2, which was the box, is where you can like pay for a video. So I was around during the VH1 was still a thing when they used to do like behind the music. That's actually when I became a big Dave Matthews fan. I watched the
Okay.
behind the music on Dave Matthews and like learned about like him, his roots. Like, you know, he's really big against like gun violence, stuff like that, because his sister was killed, like murdered. So he's like, I learned a lot about that and the history of like him and stuff like that. So yeah, that's actually how I became. So to answer your question, yes, they played music videos when I was a younger lad. Pop-up
Gotcha. Because
videos.
like in MTV's total heyday, I wasn't allowed to watch it. So
I don't even know what's on there anymore. Celebrity Deathmatch, remember that? Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch was awesome. But I used to get my friends to tape videos for me on VHS tapes, and I still have them. And I think because of that, I can act out so many videos because since it was forbidden, I would just like power watch them and learn everything.
That's how I
But
learned my
then,
dancing, from watching music videos. I used to like, because like a lot of like, so I'm not saying I'm the greatest dancer, but I'll get up there and start dancing. Like
right.
Michael Jackson was a big one for me because I like the quick feet. I get the feet going, so I like to watch The Way You Make Me Feel. That's one of my faves. Like I watch that and just let's hit like him through the street and stuff like that. Like I'll just watch that and be like, dude, this is a great tune. I'm a big Michael Jackson music fan anyway.
Well, I remember, I mean, Michael Jackson, come on, he's friggin' phenomenal. But I remember there was a time, it was in the early 2000s, where they had like different MTVs, and there was MTV X, and that was all like the harder rock. And that's where I got introduced to like System of Down and Disturbed and all that. And then there was like, I think there was a Spanish one, and there was, you know, there were all the different MTVs that you could watch. And that was really cool.
Yeah, they would have different things on there and stuff like that. I remember seeing when Marilyn Manson would pop up. He would used to freak me out back in the day. I've actually seen him live now, but he used to scare me as a young lad.
Well, that was the whole point. That was the character.
The character fucking worked.
Yep, I used a lot of Marilyn Manson in the clubs.
My aunt had a poster of him, and I would be afraid to walk by her room. Oh, here we go. Lisa checks in again. Headbangers Ball was that? Yeah, I remember that.
That was Saturday nights. I still have a VHS tape of Headbangers Ball the night that they released Madeline by Winger when that was first played. But I actually heard a rumor that Headbangers Ball is coming back, and it's going to be hosted by Ricky Rackman's wife. Now,
Ricky Raccoon.
Not Ricky Raccoon. Ricky Rackman, the Reverend Ricky Rackman, maybe.
Yes. I thought you were talking Ricky Raccoon.
No, that would be a much different show. Yes. But I don't know anything about his wife, but maybe she is extremely knowledgeable in the ways of heavy metal music, and I am willing to check it out because I loved Headbangers Ball when I could sneak it growing up. So I would definitely be interested in seeing this new version of Headbangers Ball and just seeing, give her a shot, see what she's promoting and sharing. So, and I'm curious to see if they would play old music and newer music, if it's all going to be like newer music. I'm not sure. But yeah, Kip Winger, I just saw Lisa's comment come and go. He's a very gentle soul. He writes orchestra music now because like he's been through a lot. He lost his wife and he's had a lot of tragedy in his life. And he's just very like calm. He's kind of come through the other side like that. So
well, speaking of music, Sid songs. If you ever want to check out Sid songs and all her great content, make sure you follow Sydnee A. Stay up to date with everything she's got going on. If you're enjoying what you're seeing now, please subscribe to her YouTube channel. Follow Learn to Go the podcast at Learn to Go on IG and Facebook. We are live on about 4 or 5 different social media platforms. I want to thank everybody for checking in on this late night. Thank you, Sid, for having me be a little secret part of it that nobody knew was going to even happen. But I'm happy to be here.
Well, I'm glad you hopped on. And I want to know everybody's like favorite song. Like when somebody says, what's your favorite song? Like to me, that's hard to pick because there's so many songs I like for so many different reasons. But in the comments, like let us know some of the music that you like to listen to, because we want to make a playlist out of it. And then I can post that, the fans of Learn and Go playlist, and then we can all check out what each other likes.
Which is another great way to make sure you're following the social media, because, like, obviously there's different ways to track things. Obviously, we'll see them in comments, but the best way, follow at Learn and Go on Facebook. Follow the Facebook page, and let us know in there too. And then obviously when we upload the show, we'll give it about a week. We'll give it a week. Put everybody put their thing in there. We'll make a post. I'll share it out, and then we'll build a playlist. And then we'll share the link, and everybody can view it. They can view their name on the playlist and all different types of stuff. And it could be the new thing.
Absolutely, because there's so many amazing songs out there, and so many that can really stir up your emotions. And it's like, oh, I never knew that was out there. Yes, great tune. That is a classic.
Lisa checks in. Life theme. Here I go again. My life theme song would probably be LGFUAD from Motion City soundtrack. We're taking it back to like the Warped Tour days. I can't wait to make this playlist. By the way, I'm gonna throw some like teenage years stuff. I'm gonna throw some like songs I like to listen to. I'm on the hockey. I'm gonna throw some of those songs on there, like when I'm feeling down and low. Some dancing songs. It's gonna be a huge playlist. It could travel. You never know.
There you go.
They might want me to start singing on some of this stuff. You know what I mean?
You never know. Yeah, when I think of a life theme like recently, and it changes, but we were talking at the beginning of the podcast about struggling lately and going through some times. So there's a musical called Dear Evan Hansen, and one of the songs is called Does Anybody Have a Map? And like sometimes that's how my life is, like, because the lyrics are, does anybody have a map? And anybody maybe happen to know how the hell to do this? Because it's just like you're just wandering through the dark. So that one's important to me right now.
Yeah, I mean, I go back to Epiphany. That will always be one. Couple of Dave Matthews songs. Given the Fly from Pearl Jam. That's a really deep one with me. A lot of, like I said, I resonate music a lot more or less on like we're talking about, like with emotion, stuff like that. But like my happy songs, like I said, they come, but like the songs, I've had more impact from music to when I'm feeling my lowest. As odd as that sounds, like that's when I love music. Don't get me wrong in certain situations, but like I feel like I need music more when I'm feeling down. And yeah, like I'll post them out there, and you'll see them on the Spotify playlist, and we'll share a few of ours too, so you guys can also listen to them. Like, but yeah, I have a few Dave Matthews songs, Pearl Jam's one, Epiphany Stain, like the lyrics and stuff like that. Oh man, they just there is a way I can actually share it, but I won't because it's not on here. It's on another StreamYard platform, so I won't be able to play it because, like I said, that's the intro song for like the Mental Health podcast, and the song is just it's that's like my life song, I believe. And it's crazy because you listen to that song, and when listening to it, I found out what it was about. And when I found out what it was about, I was like, wow, that's interesting. And the song, everybody try and listen to the song. I can maybe play a clip or two here on YouTube if need be. But it's about like actually when he got diagnosed with ADHD. And then like listening to it, like on that aspect, it makes a lot of sense. But there's also the aspect of like, people put comments in the YouTube channels. Like someone said, like, this was the song, like the lyrics were written when my father passed away through suicide. And like, there's also that aspect of the song of like, it's really whatever it resonates to you. A sad song could get you in a great mood, like because of a special memory. So in one way or another, like categorizing the song could be a little like, but like the power of music is just an incredible thing. And great topic. It's a great topic.
Yeah. Love you. Lisa says,
thanks for
sorry,
checking in.
I gotta hop. Fun times. Love you. Love you too.
You.
Absolutely. That's what I was saying when we first started talking about music, is it can be the same song, but the situation makes you feel different about it. Like one that is another life theme, I guess, would be Leave Out All the Rest by Linkin Park, because it talks about making sure that when your time comes, there's a reason to be missed. Like make sure you're living your life in a way that will make people notice when you're not around anymore.
He's got some deep songs. You really go back and listen to a lot of them, like some really like.
I love his lyrics. So like there's so many points in my life that Linkin Park was the soundtrack, and I definitely use that at work as well. Like there was a whole stretch of time where Numb was my opening song, because I was going through a divorce, and it was just like, it fit the mood. So it's interesting, like, but for somebody else, it could be the Pina Colada song gets them depressed. You don't know. Like if it's, if that was playing when somebody broke up with you, every time you hear it, you're going to be sad.
I didn't expect that one. If you love Pina Coladas.
Exactly.
Is that the song? Or are you talking
That's
about
the song,
Garth
yep.
Brooks one?
Oh,
Like,
no, that's
Garth
Give
Brooks
Me Two Pina Coladas. You didn't think I knew Garth
I
Brooks.
gotta have one for each hand.
Yep.
That's what I love. Big Garth Brooks. So the dance, another song.
Oh, the
that's
dance.
Like really. I lose it every time I hear that song.
That's a good one. And says Unanswered Prayers. I like that one too.
Big Garth fan. Big Garth fan.
Yes.
Luna checks in. Put her comment up on the screen. 1,000.
That's 10,000.
1,000. Oh.
10,000. This is called Teaching Frankie Math with Sydnee A.
We gotta clip that. That ended.
Frankie doesn't have enough fingers to count that high, so he's just. I'm just kidding.
Take my strong hand. Take my strong hand.
I thought you were going to show me a finger.
No, that's what this guy does.
Yeah, he's still there. That's funny.
Oh my god, yeah.
Now, was that 10,000 Maniacs? I'm trying to figure out 10. Is that a Garth Brooks song?
Maybe it was 10,000. 10,000 pina coladas. Gotta have one.
Is it 10,000 Fists in the Air by Disturbed? I think that's a 10,000 song.
I don't know if I know that one.
You don't know Disturbed? That song?
I know Disturbed. I just don't know if I know that song. I was never a big Disturbed fan.
Okay, well, that reminds me of another topic. What's your favorite remake?
Well, probably Disturbed's version of Sound of Silence. Well,
that's what made me think of it, because it's such a great remake.
I love the remake of Boys of Summer.
Okay, by the Ataris.
By the Ataris, that was really good. What's the other one? Got the Hide Your Love Away from the Beatles. So Eddie Vedder covered it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's featured in the movie I Am Sam. If you ever seen it, I Am Sam. Brilliant with Sean Penn.
So. Okay.
Wow, really, really incredible movie. Powerful movie. And Eddie Vedder's rendition of that is really, really good. I actually almost like it better than the original.
Interesting. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling it up.
Okay. My favorite remake is Dangerous Toys remake of Feel Like Making Love from Bad Company. I like that better than the original one. So Luna Projects clarified 10,000 Miles is a sad song by Mary Chapin Carpenter. I feel like I should know that. And maybe I would if I heard it. Because I do know.
I have a sample up here of Eddie Vedder's rendition of Hide Your Love Away. Mind if I play a little clip of it?
Not at all. I was just going to say that 10,000 Miles is from the movie Fly Away Home, the Luna Project says. So I have not seen that movie.
So this is from the movie I Am Sam. This is you got the Hide Your Love Away, which is a original Beatles song, but this is Eddie Vedder's version of it. So I'm going to play maybe 30 seconds of it. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Stand head in hand, turn the face to the wall. If she's gone, I can go on, feeling 2 foot small. Everywhere people stare, each and every day, I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, away. You've got to hide your love away.
I actually do
So
know that
there
song.
it is. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't realize
Cool.
I knew it until I heard it, which is also true with songs. Like, and I love when there's a song that's starting and I'm like, oh, it's this song. And then it's a completely different song and it totally fooled me. I'm like, oh, damn. So.
Yeah, Lunachek's in sad movie. Yeah, it was. It was a deep movie. It's really good. And so Sean Penn plays a autistic father, and he apparently he essentially slept with like a homeless person, and he had to raise the daughter on his own. And they said that he was unfit, so they tried to take his daughter away from him. And then Michelle Pfeiffer is his attorney to try and help him out. And dude, it's a tearjerker, but it's such it. I've seen some great Sean Penn movies, and this was probably like one of his biggies. Oh, gotta put this on the screen. Man Who Sold the World by Nirvana from David Bowie. Another real. I'm getting goosebumps. I literally have them
That's
right now.
That's a fantastic remake
That's
as well.
a really, 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 really good one. Lunar Project, thanks for checking on that one. We'll make sure we get that on the playlist too. That's a really good one. It's a really good one.
And it's funny how many songs it was a long time before I realized that was a David Bowie song that had been remade. And there's so many remakes that people don't realize are remakes. Like, how many people think that Tiffany wrote I Think We're Alone Now? Like, that was her biggest hit, but that was a song from the 60s, or the 50s.
I think we're alone now.
Alone now.
I don't know that part.
You don't know that part? That was before your time. It's okay. They played that at my school dances. And actually, it's funny.
Tiffany was probably there. Tiffany was actually probably. Was that when they had dance at your school
dance? She was at the mall. She was not at the dance. But yeah, I remember being at the dance and a girl that was in my class was crying because they were playing Could Have Been by Tiffany. And she was upset because that was her and her boyfriend's song and they just broke up. And I'm like, what did you pick Could Have Been for your song and you thought it had like your relationship had longevity? It's like Could Have Been. So it's a breakup song. Why would that be your song with your boyfriend? Self-fulfilling prophecy, I say.
Well, it's ironic you say that because their song. So
don't you think?
For our Dave Matthews guys. So say goodbye. Say Goodbye is like everybody's like, oh, this is our song. This is our song. Well, Say Goodbye is actually about sleeping together for one night and then just going back to friends the next day.
Ah, see, and that's like the Police, Every Breath You Take. People thought that was a love song, and that's a stalker song.
I did not know that.
Sting has actually commented on that and said, no, it's a song about like a creeper stalking a woman, and people are like using it as their wedding song and shit.
That's fucking great, dude.
And Def Leppard has a song called, I think it's Two Steps Behind. I haven't heard it in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's Two Steps Behind. And it's the same idea. Wherever you go, I'll be 2 steps behind. Yeah, too. Yeah, exactly. The Lunar Project says, I love when people say every breath you take. Yes, because it's like you're not listening to the lyrics. Total stalker song. And so is 2 Steps Behind. Do you know any other stalker songs? That's an interesting topic, like an interesting category.
Mm-hmm. Are you channeling me? I don't think so.
Because we both said that Every Breath You Take is a stalker song at the same time. Yeah.
What is that?
Lunar Projects and I are sharing a brain. Can you hear that?
Yeah, what is that?
I think one of the kids is getting in the shower. The faucet's like really busted, so you have to get it in the right spot.
That's great.
It's incredibly. Is it still coming through?
No, it's all right now.
Okay.
A little bit.
Maybe they'll start singing in the shower, and then we'll know some more song. What? Okay, what do you sing in the shower? There's a song.
I don't know. It's probably something like it really depends on like what I heard. I'm essentially playing out a song, or I just make up songs. Dude. Like I'll take beats to songs and just make shit up too.
And they're like, now I'm washing my hair. You're like making up your own tune while you're in there.
Yeah, most time.
I actually bring my phone in and put like I have to design the playlist for how long I think I'm going to be in the shower. Like, is it a leg shaving day? Better add a couple more songs. Like, am I washing my hair today? Might have to add another song. So it's like,
yeah, I'll just be. I don't know. It depends. Like I said, it depends. Like I'm so quick in the shower, so it's like I'm in and out. I got time to sing songs. I got meetings.
Oh, yeah. Now that's where I do my thinking time. So I'm in there listening to podcasts or music or whatever, because that's where the good thoughts come. So
I like that, actually.
yeah.
I like that. And speaking of podcasts, I know we'll do our final mention before Sid, whatever she decides to wrap it up. But we're gonna do a final plug. Learn to Go the podcast. You guys are all a part of it. You guys are all a part of the Learn to Go the podcast family. Going strong, late night show. Stay up to date with Sid. Follow Learn to Go the podcast at Learn to Go on IG and Facebook. Follow the YouTube channel. She delivers content daily, and she's been on a roll today.
Yeah, I've been in kind of a silly mood today, so I've been putting out the silliness, because sometimes you just need to laugh and take life a little less seriously. So whether it's jokes about ventriloquist gynecologists or
that was funny as shit.
That's
what got me.
I know that was the post you commented on.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I texted you. I was like, I'm done, dude. This is outrageous.
Oh, just wait and see what I have scheduled for in the future. You never know.
I don't. You never.
I don't, because I'm going to start like making posts. I've been thinking about this, and in the comments, let me know what you think about this idea. I'm just going to, when I have these thoughts, I'm just going to pop on live, and it's going to be called Mind to Mouth, because it's like coming out my mouth. Whatever I'm thinking about is just coming right out, and I'm going to talk about it. And it might just be like, you know what really pisses me off? This person in the parking lot. No, I'm just kidding. I would never like out people on social media. Not directly. But okay.
That's what
I was just gonna say.
I got you. Lunar Projects checks in again. Ever hear the Ding Dong song by Gunther? I love parody songs too. Like that's a whole other. We should have did a part 1, part 2 for music. Maybe we'll do like a part 2 and like
we should do a part 2.
And then we'll play the playlist. We'll play some of the playlists and because like we could go into like parody songs like. And it could just be an endless show. I can't believe it's 11:30.
Oh my god!
I can't believe you're still up. You're up doing a live podcast right now.
Right? Once I hit a certain point, then it's like, well, I'm up now. Either I'm asleep at 8 o'clock or I'm up till 2. There's like no in between.
So for everybody that's like, whether you're new to Learn to Go to podcast or you're a part of season 1, we're happy that you're here. Sid and I used to schedule our recordings at like 1 in the afternoon on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. Yep. And now it's 11:30 on a Thursday. Engagements are outrageous. Sid's just doing it. And I'm here for it.
Absolutely. It's a good time. I was just like, you know what? Because I was going to do a recording earlier, and then I had some stuff to do for work and all that. And I turned around. I said, I want to do it today. I want to stay on the schedule. So I just hopped on to see where it went, and here we are.
Is Thursday at 10:30 at night the new schedule? I'm joking.
It may be. Who knows? We shall see.
I guess we'll have to see. But speaking of stories and all the good things that you're listening to today, you know, I've gotten halfway through, and I encourage everybody to also buy the book. Everything I Need to Know, I Learned in Go. Visit the website, get yourself a copy. She'll write a little message in there. Get yourself a copy. It's a really, really, really good book. Highly recommend.
And if you get a personalized copy, you not only get a little cute message from me personalized to you, you also get a free bookmark, so you don't have to mess up your pages, and you get a free companion playlist, which is excellent, Frankie. It's right there. Free companion playlist of all the songs that I mentioned in the book, songs I used to dance to, songs that I still dance to when I dance for my workout. And if you are in the United States, you get free shipping. So it's a really good deal to buy it directly from me at learnedingogo.com. It is also available on Amazon, on paperback and Kindle. So however you decide, I would love for your support. And if you've already gotten a copy, thank you. I so appreciate it. Please leave a review and a rating. 5 stars would make my heart smile. Thank you.
Couldn't have said it any better. Couldn't have said it any better. I love it. We'll start hitting some of these comments here. Oh, what a good one.
Oh, I love you too.
And then right before that, she talks about a guy in a porn stash.
I'm trying to think. What was the guy in the porn stash?
Could have been me. Could have been me. Maybe
I was
never know.
gonna say, was he?
Maybe next week I'll just have a mustache on.
That'll be Frankie's new podcast, Guy with the Porn Stash.
Just stashing it.
Porn Stash, the podcast.
Just stashing it, the podcast. I'm here for it.
There you go.
I
hope that's never my podcast. The older I get, you never know. That might be the next thing to change.
All right, here we go with another episode.
Yep, exactly. I'm just sitting here like.
You have to wear glasses like this. That's when you know you probably should be in bed.
Or else you just start getting sillier and sillier as the night goes on.
Absolutely, I love it. Well, just because it's 11:30, I don't want to stop your show, but I am going to see myself out and enjoy a little bit of your show.
Awesome. Well, I'm actually going to hop too because I just heard the shower go off, and that is my youngest home from work, and I have not seen her since.
All right.
Monday.
Well, then we'll do our finals. Once again, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for having me on such a late night. Make sure you follow Sydnee A on her social media platforms, Learn to Go on IG, on Facebook. Stay tuned for that post. We're gonna put that post out either today or tomorrow. We want everybody's songs. We're gonna build that Spotify.
Absolutely. And special thanks to everybody who hopped in on the comments tonight, especially the Luna Projects. You have been here the entire podcast. Love it. Thank you so much for hanging in for this ridiculousness for over an hour. You are a rock star.
Let's go. And with that being said, Sid, I'll let you have your final words.
Awesome. Well, as I always say, when you are stuck in life, when things are looking hard, do not stick your head in the sand because you think you're hiding from your problems, but the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love you guys.